The SS, known as Schutzstaffel, were elite military forces that served under Hitler. They were deeply devoted to the far right and their fatherland, Germany. They were a key point in the Nazi leadership. They were fearless and brutal when fighting. The SS was made up primarily of young German men, but were loyal to their country and Hitler's beliefs. The SS were not afraid to kill, nor were they afraid to die. This made them strong choices to run concentration camps. They would keep the prisoners in line and were perfectly okay with killing. In times of war, there were almost 1 million SS soldiers.
The Germanic SS was the collective name given to the SS groups which showed up in occupied Europe between 1939 and 1945.
There were many different branches of the SS, and they all carried different jobs. The Waffen SS, meaning the weapon SS, were a form of army that Hitler favored more than the actual German army. They invaded and fought against many surrounding countries and enemies of the Nazi regime. The Waffen SS conquered and took over many of what they called foreign legions in their allied nations. Even though the SS was supposed to be made up only of the pure race, many Turkic and even some Arabs and Asians, along with many other races, were recruited into the Waffen SS as the rules were temporarily loosened to gain more men. This branch of the SS grew very brutal and powerful.
There were also many other violent branches of the SS too. The Enstegruppen were death squads formed when needed by the RSHA. Originally, their main goal was to enter and occupy territories and eliminate threats, but in many areas, such as Austria, they spent their time creating Nazification of local governments. In 1933, they were sent to Poland to do the job of experimenting on selected Poles. They reached their height in 1941 while being sent into Russia for a large scale extermination job. They ended up killing over 1 million people, including Jews, communists, Catholics, and gypsies.
The auxiliary SS are an independent unit with the SS with its own ranks and command structure. It ran the camps throughout Germany.
The security branch of the SS provided something similar to a police force. Forces such as the Gestapo handled security. The RSHA was the main forces in charge of the SS security services. Reinhard Heydrich is today thought as the main leader of the SS security forces because he held the title of chief and ran the Reich main security office, although he was later assassinated and replaced.
The Allgemeine SS was the most numerous branch of the SS. It was managed by the SS main offices. The members of this branch were mostly the state government and the Nazi political figures. They made up the RSHA. Most of the ranking men in the Waffen were in the Allgemeine, and it was standard for those in both the Waffen and Allgemeine to hold separate ranks in both departments.